The world is watching with bated breath as India and the European Union inch closer to a historic free trade agreement. This potential deal, which has been in the works for several years, promises to reshape the global trade dynamics significantly. The negotiations have been intense, with both sides working tirelessly to iron out the details. The agreement is expected to be finalized by the end of 2025, marking a new era in international trade relations. The deal could potentially open up new markets and create a plethora of opportunities for businesses on both sides. Experts believe that this agreement will not only boost trade but also strengthen political and cultural ties between India and the EU. India and the EU have a long history of economic cooperation, dating back several decades. Over the years, they have signed numerous agreements and partnerships, laying a strong foundation for this monumental deal. In 2024 alone, trade between the two reached an impressive 120 billion euros. This figure is expected to grow exponentially once the free trade agreement is in place. This partnership, however, has the potential to grow significantly beyond just trade. It could lead to increased investments, technological collaborations, and a stronger geopolitical alliance. The push for an FTA gained momentum during European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen's visit to New Delhi in February 2025. Her visit underscored the EU's commitment to strengthening ties with India. During her visit, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi emphasized his commitment to sealing the deal by the end of the year. He highlighted the mutual benefits that such an agreement would bring to both economies. The announcement signaled a shared ambition to deepen economic ties and unlock new opportunities. As the world watches, this potential agreement stands as a testament to the power of collaboration and the promise of a brighter economic future for both India and the European Union. The FTA has the potential to be a game-changer, not just for India and the EU, but for the global economy. For the EU, the agreement represents a chance to diversify its trade partnerships and tap into India's burgeoning consumer market. India, on the other hand, sees the FTA as a pathway to attract foreign investment and boost its technological prowess. The negotiations, however, are complex and fraught with challenges. Both sides have sensitive sectors they are keen to protect. Finding common ground on issues like agriculture and tariffs will require delicate balancing acts and political will. The stakes are high, but the potential rewards are even greater. The EU is increasingly looking eastwards to secure its economic future. The reasons are twofold. First, the bloc is keen to reduce its dependence on China, particularly in critical sectors like electric vehicle batteries. The COVID-19 pandemic exposed the vulnerabilities of relying too heavily on a single source for essential goods. Second, the EU sees immense potential in India's rapidly growing economy and its burgeoning middle class. With a population set to surpass China's in the coming years, India represents a massive market for European goods and services. The EU is particularly interested in lowering India's high tariffs on automobiles, a key export sector for many European countries. India, for its part, has its own set of priorities. The nation is at a pivotal moment in its development, striving to balance rapid economic growth with sustainable practices. The government is actively working on policies that will not only boost the economy, but also ensure long-term benefits for its citizens. This involves a multifaceted approach, focusing on various sectors such as technology, manufacturing, and human resources. The country is eager to attract foreign investment, particularly in technology-intensive sectors. By creating a conducive environment for international businesses, India aims to become a global leader in innovation. The influx of foreign capital is expected to spur job creation, enhance skill development, and foster a culture of research and development. This is crucial for India as it seeks to transition from a service-based economy to one that is also strong in manufacturing and high-tech industries. The government sees the FTA as an opportunity to position India as a global hub for innovation and manufacturing. By leveraging the free trade agreement, India hopes to gain easier access to European markets, which would be a significant boost for its export-oriented industries. This strategic move is aimed at making India a key player in the global supply chain, particularly in sectors like electronics, automotive, and pharmaceuticals. One of India's key demands is greater mobility for its skilled workforce within the EU. This is not just about job opportunities, it's about creating a bridge between two diverse cultures and economies. Greater mobility would allow Indian professionals to gain international experience which they can bring back to India, thereby enriching the local talent pool. It would also help in addressing skill shortages in Europe, making it a win-win situation for both regions. This would not only benefit Indian professionals but also help address the EU's aging population and its growing need for skilled labor. The demographic challenges faced by Europe can be mitigated by tapping into India's young and dynamic workforce. This collaboration could lead to more robust healthcare systems, better technological solutions, and overall economic growth for both parties involved. Technology transfer is another key area where India is seeking concessions from the EU. By gaining access to advanced European technologies, India can accelerate its own development in critical areas such as artificial intelligence, renewable energy, and biotechnology. This would not only enhance India's technological capabilities, but also create new opportunities for collaboration and innovation between Indian and European companies. India is keen to gain access to European expertise in artificial intelligence, renewable energy, and other cutting-edge fields. This knowledge exchange is vital for addressing global challenges like climate change and sustainable development. By working together, India and the EU can create a more resilient and innovative future, benefiting not just their own populations, but the world at large. Section 5. Overcoming trade barriers. Negotiating a free trade agreement is never easy. It requires a deep understanding of both parties' economic landscapes and the ability to foresee potential challenges that may arise. It involves navigating complex economic interests, political sensitivities, and differing regulatory frameworks. Each country has its own set of rules and regulations that must be respected and harmonized to create a seamless trade environment. The India-EU FTA is no exception. This agreement aims to enhance trade relations between two of the world's largest markets, but it comes with its own set of hurdles. Both sides have tough decisions to make if they are to strike a deal that is mutually beneficial. These decisions often involve balancing national interests with the broader goal of economic cooperation. One of the biggest challenges is the issue of tariffs. Tariffs can significantly impact the competitiveness of goods in foreign markets, making this a critical point of negotiation. The EU wants India to lower its import duties on a range of goods, including automobiles, wines and spirits, and dairy products. These sectors are vital to the EU's economy, and reducing tariffs could open up new opportunities for European businesses. India, on the other hand, is seeking greater access to the EU market for its textiles, pharmaceuticals and agricultural products. These industries are crucial for India's economic growth and employment. Finding a compromise that satisfies both sides will require flexibility and a willingness to make concessions. Both parties must be prepared to give and take, ensuring that the final agreement is balanced and equitable. The success of the India-EU FTA could set a precedent for future trade agreements, demonstrating that even the most challenging trade barriers can be overcome with determination and diplomacy. The journey is complex, but the potential rewards make it a worthwhile endeavor. Section 6. Agriculture, a thorny issue. Agriculture remains a particularly thorny issue in the negotiations. The EU's common agricultural policy, which provides subsidies to European farmers, is a major sticking point for India. India argues that the cap creates an uneven playing field and makes it difficult for Indian farmers to compete. The EU, for its part, is concerned about the potential influx of cheaper agricultural imports from India, which could harm European farmers. Resolving the agricultural impasse will require creative solutions and a delicate balancing act between protecting domestic interests and promoting free trade. Section 7. The Global Chessboard. The India-EU FTA negotiations are taking place against a backdrop of shifting geopolitical sands. The ongoing trade war between the United States and China has added a layer of complexity to the talks. Both India and the EU are feeling the pressure from the US to pick sides in the trade dispute. The US has threatened tariffs on goods from both India and the EU, creating an incentive for the two to strengthen their economic ties. The Russia-Ukraine conflict has also cast a shadow over the negotiations, but both sides have chosen to compartmentalize the issue and focus on the economic agenda. Section 8, Charting a New Course. The India-EU FTA represents an opportunity for both sides to chart a new course in global trade. The deal has the potential to create a new model for trade agreements, one that is based on fairness, sustainability, and shared prosperity. It could also serve as a counterweight to growing protectionism and unilateralism. For the EU, the FTA is a chance to demonstrate its commitment to free trade and open markets. For India, it is an opportunity to showcase its economic potential and its emergence as a global player. Section 9, A New Dawn for Global Trade. The world will be watching closely as India and the EU strive to finalize their free trade agreement. If successful, the deal could usher in a new dawn for global trade, one marked by greater cooperation, diversification, and a commitment to a rules-based system. The road ahead will undoubtedly be challenging, but the potential rewards make the journey worthwhile. The India-EU FTA is more than just a trade deal. It is a symbol of a changing world order and the growing importance of strategic partnerships in an increasingly interconnected global economy.
So hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications, and let's turn the page on a new adventure together. Get ready to experience books like never before, only on VBook 360. Like, comment, and share to support the channel and keep the video magic alive. Thank you for stopping by. And remember, every video has a story, and every story deserves to be shared. See you in the next video.